He that leadeth into captivity, and you know the rest of the story, especially you, vocab. Anyway, this is from Democracy Now, and you can watch it if you go to Democracy Now and you type in, this was put up a couple of days ago anyway. If you type in Harvard's Legacy of Slavery, new report documents how it profited, then tried to erase that history. So this is a minute in. So I said, let me stop here and deal with this here. It says the Harvard Crimson. It says slavery at Harvard. These are the names of individuals enslaved by leadership, faculty, staff, and donors at Harvard University between 1636 and 1783. It is almost certainly an undercount. No, these are educated people. Educated people don't enslave other people. And besides, Harvard is up there in Boston. You had slaves up in the north. The truth is coming out on you damn devils, man. Anyway, they had a list right here: Titus, Venus, and Judah. There was a slave named Judah. I wonder why that slave was named Judah. Maybe because that slave was a Jew, an Israelite of the tribe of Judah. Truth is coming out on you devils, man. Anyway, when I saw the name Titus and Venus, I just did a little research. I don't know if it's the same Venus that was, if that was the right name, I believe it's Venus, who the famed theologian, asked Vocab Malone about him, he knows him, Jonathan Edwards. You want to shake Vocab Malone up? Ask him about Jonathan Edwards, the theologian Jonathan Edwards. Now, I don't know if he was part of the faculty or leadership of Harvard, that prestigious university that had slaves. But when I saw Venus and I saw Titus, because Jonathan Edwards had three slaves we know about. Venus, a 14-year-old girl. If you go now, when I first came across this was back in maybe 2016. If you go to Google and other sites, articles, it said that that she was a bedwench. He was married to an Edomite woman, and he used as a bedwench. But now, if you go to Google now, it won't say anything about some sexual relation. All right, I'm trying to hide the facts. Titus was a young boy slave. Biblical name: Titus. Venus, Judah, Dinah, biblical name. Bella, Bilhah's son, and Bilhah. Those are Israelite names, you know? And we're talking about from between 1636 and 1783. Around about 1780s, slavery went out of style up in the north, but it stayed strong and firm in the south. Let me read this again, so you can watch this yourself. Like I said, I only checked out 1 minute, so I said, let me make a video on it. It says Harvard's Legacy of Slavery, new report documents how it profited, then tried to erase that history. Read a couple of comments. No matter how many times you try to rewrite history, the truth always finds a way to come out and reveal itself. You have to learn from the past instead of running away from it. Well, if you learn from the past, you have to repeat, You have to repeat the past. If you did something wrong in the past, that wrong is going to be done unto you. And you got Jake's yeah, coming out the woodwork. We read this Brad C. It says, you should talk about Wells Fargo, AIG, which I know about, and other major companies today that profited off slavery as well. Did I say he that leaves in captivity shall go into captivity? Harvard pays no taxes. Let that sink in. I have just lost all respect for these so-called prestigious organizations. What a joke these money grubbers are. Or there's something on CNN and it's on the news dealing with the financial minister of Russia speaking about Adolf Hitler. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anymore. But this is exceptionally disheartening. See, this is the thing about you fucking Americans. You know, you act like, oh my God, what? How do you think when you see Negroes in this country? How do you fucking think they got over here? They took a vacation. They loved it so much they decided no. They were thrown on slave cargo ships and brought over here against their will. They said, may there never be barriers between those who have suffered and the truth that they wish to share of and the justice that they undeniably deserve. Such horrific, Don M., such horrific atrocities at just one school. Imagine the horrors happening to the enslaved in the rest of the country. America has a debt to pay. Right. You know what they have to pay? They got to pay with a pound of their flesh. They got to go into captivity. He that leadeth in the captivity shall go into captivity. Oh, you're a hate group. You're spewing hate. No, I'm spewing facts. Somebody steals your car and you go through the channels to get the car back and the robber says, you hate me. That's why you try to get your car back. Stop being so fucking stupid. And anybody that doesn't like me cursing, there's a reason why I said this is not for kids. Don't watch my videos. Indeed, and they will pay. Vodun is sweeping this country. And now the Vodun is like voodoo, you know, and the Haitian voodoo. And that's some powerful voodoo on the left-hand side. But it came from Africa because the Levites brought it to Africa, West Africa. It's sweeping the country, and all countries who harm the African people, really the Israelite people. We haven't forgotten our ancestors. Mm. Okay, let me read this one. Leslie Fountain Williams. I literally became ill to my stomach listening to the description of what happened to Cato, i.e., skinned, strung together, etc., just sick, violent, and sad. But if we call the white man the D word, we're a hate group. You go figure. Let me deal with Cato. Not Cato from the Green Hornet. Let this come on up. Any man that steals a man, he be found in his hand and sells him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. That's the law. Cato, slave. Let's see what comes up. Who is Cato the slave? Cato Smith was enslaved by the Smith family of Lincoln. He served as a soldier and died in service. In April of 1775, as thousands of white colonists were taking up arms to defend a life, liberty, and property, other men denied the blessing of all three were marching with them. Cato Smith was one such man. I don't know if it's the same individual. And you're still slave today. And they shall take them captives whose captive they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So the great, famous, prestigious Harvard University, not too many. Jake's like to go there. You go on there, go over there, man. Wow. Harvard endowment, 53.2 billion US dollars. Harvard thinks that sending 0.19% of their endowment is good enough spending. The hypocritical, the vote to the hypocritical nation. Matrix 21. These monsters, talking about Esau, has not changed. 1600 to this day, nothing has changed. Well, they don't use whips no more. They use tasers. Taser, taser, taser. Remember what Aunt B said? Well, a woman at the cop that looked like Aunt B. Look, man, you see, this is why the Most High is going to get rid of most of you Israelites, because you're not going to want to kick this man's ass. The elect, we gonna be in an ass kicking mood. Canada racing joy. Such brutality and inhumanity. Nonetheless, the brutality and inhumanity is just laying dormant for the time being. A leopard cannot change its spots, and that's from the scriptures. Let me get that. Bring it on up. Here we go. Jeremiah 13, verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to doing evil. You're still evil. You just experts at hiding it. Okay, let me come back over here. I'll read a couple more. Then I'll end it. Mr. Showtime 1K. Any company appears to be a Jake. Any company profited off of slavery should be either free or share given to people who were owed. Free education at Harvard, free insurance, free bank loans, payback, back pay, and payback. And true payback is you put somebody in slavery, you have to go into slavery. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, death for death, burning for burning. I'm just looking through these. Let me read this one. It takes all of ADOS, which is American descendants of slaves, to make reparations a reality. True reparations is for the person that enslaved you is to go into slavery, not write no damn check. This is from TK, Jake Woman. Devils cannot hide this monstrous act anymore. She called him devil, not me. You're a hate group and you're anti-Semitic. Guy called, cursed me out and said I was anti-Semitic because I told him I couldn't. I had to pick him up and take him to the airport with his family. He had too much luggage. I said, I can't put it in there. It's too much luggage. He said, you know why? You're not picking me up because you're anti-Semitic. Let me read this one. Rick Beecham. There have already been taxes for other cases and modern slavery and genocide. So don't other people get their reparations when it has happened in modern slave history? Exactly how that is implemented is indeed a complex solution, as reparations helped. I didn't get a check, so I couldn't tell you. Well, so the truth is coming out, man. Let me see. Let me see. This is Shin Akuma. I think Harvard should offer free tuition to African Americans for about 100 years to make up for its past. And you Negroes shouldn't think about going to Harvard. You shouldn't think about going to any of these so-called prestigious universities, man. See, the problem with you Jakes out there, you don't want this place to go down. This place is going down. Oh, Ronald Cook, Harvard University can keep her reparations. Judgment on America is here. $100 million, anointed truth. 100 million isn't nearly enough. If you said we're gonna give all Jakes, black people, so you can understand, $10 million, that would be an insult. $100 million for each one of us would be all right, but that still ain't gonna. You got to give more than that. You got to give. You got to give yourself. Sounds like Harvard owes black folks some money. And then you got this land that you're in, that you're on. You took it from North American Indians. And if yeah, the troops shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. This is not looking good for you Edomites. Expose the damn demons. Somebody else call them devils. Somebody else call them monsters. I am so disgusted by the evil. This is what this man is supposed to do. Wow, I didn't know this. IC 109, Ebony and Ivy. Ivy is a book about the history of slavery and the Ivy League. Oh, wow. The author is in this video. I commented to, I commented too soon. That's a good one. And he actually said that Nixon, he said, as President Nixon said, if it's not shown on mainstream television, the people will never believe it. This is why Foundational Black Americans, FBA, needs reparations. And I say true reparations is they got to go into slavery. Venus, Bilhah, Judah, reparations. And the people that flocked to this video, Jake, what in America wasn't built on the backs, blood, sweat of slaves? So anyway, what I'll do, I'll get a chance, I'll watch the rest of this. Okay, it says here the Harvard Gazette to Titus, Venus, Bilhah, and Judah. And they're honoring them. You're great slaves. Honoring 4 enslaved persons in Harvard's history. Like they wanted to be a slave. Oh, I like being a slave, massa. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.